All right, hello everybody. The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Welcome to yet another match of the Super Castlevania 4 tournament for the 2021 year. And for all information regarding what's going on and what has been going on in the bracket, you can feel free to type an exclamation mark bracket here in that chat. And also be sure to follow this channel, Castlevania Speedruns, for all Super Castlevania 4 tournament action. I have here Kenshin Trek with me, a high-profile runner himself. He wants to introduce himself.
Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to this match. Good evening. For this match, we have two great runners. We have from the province of Quebec in Canada, we have decapent. From the state of California in the US, we have ZoddZerk. This is going to be such a great run. I am really excited for this. Welcome everybody, and let's hope we have a nice race ahead of us. Yeah.
When it comes to Castlevania 4, in a one-take setting, a lot of things can go wrong, but we're gonna see if these two competitors can keep their cool through it all, through this extreme remake of Castlevania 1 even. Both of our competitors are ready. We do have the Race Time GG page open. I just see them there. We're just waiting for the good old countdown. Yeah, Kenshin, if you can go into the race room and quit. Yeah, there we go. All right, and in just over 10 seconds, we are going to be starting off with this match. Who do you have, everyone? But as long as they both have fun to begin with, it's going to be a good one. So, yeah.
Yeah, good luck to both players. I hope you have a nice run. And let's see if now we are going to see the first deathless runs. If I am correct, nobody in this tournament yet has done a deathless run. So let's see if they are the first one who gives us that great surprise for us.
Yeah, it's gonna be both about making sure that you don't die, but also if you do die, making sure that you have the goal to bounce on back, and adapt. Really have to get those backups in, and just making sure that you get back to your loadout as quickly as possible, so that you can effectively go through the game.
Yep. That's the main idea. You have to know some backup strats in order to recuperate yourself from any potential death. So we have our two runners here in stage one. Stage one is the Ruined Mansion, and it's pretty much the prologue of this game. It's a release stage in which you pretty much test all your game movements, and you familiarize yourself with how Simon moves and what are his capabilities for this game. Yeah, both of them are doing a really fantastic job, pretty much really close to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really interesting, like how stage one not only like introduces a lot of things to you in casual aspect, but for speedrunning as well. Like not only do you have to have the extra platform and make sure that you build up to your triple shot, and make sure that you have the right sub weapon and all that, but also making sure that you take a little bit of risk. You have a full life bar. Why not damage boost a little bit, here and there, to sort of like maximize that time. So it really is a sort of like dive into a little bit of everything in what Castlevania 4 can offer.
Yep. The first steps in order to do a speedrun of Super Castlevania 4 is to first get your cross, and second do some damage boost in order to advance faster. Yeah, pretty much your health bar is a fuel bar that you have to manage by doing damage boosts to go faster and finish faster. Yeah.
Your health is also a really crucial resource. I was actually joking with Castlevania 1 runner 2 Snack about, like, it's really cool that like these are like remakes of Castlevania 1, but you are like it's a different strategy in the speed run. You're constantly juggling sub weapons in CV1 on the NES, and there it's just like, okay, I'm going to get this weapon, and we are going to stack them, and those were actually really good boss kills by these two competitors. And again, you're just going to be seeing a lot of that stack and later on in the stages.
So yeah, both of our runners are pretty much really close to each other, and they are starting stage 2. Stage 2 is the forest, and it is important to remember that in this stage we don't have a boss. We pretty much have what could be considered a middle boss in the middle of the stage, but as you will see, the speed running strats are pretty much you throw several crosses at Medusa and she will disappear in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, it might be a bit troublesome if you get sniped by her for how easy of a boss fight she is. But I mean, yeah, it's okay. You get some health upgrades a little bit later on in this stage, in 2 specifically. So see if they'll still survive. Like this is just the beginning. Like there's a lot of deception when it comes to specifically 16-bit SNES games. Like the first 2 worlds, all right, bit of a cakewalk. But stage 3 and onwards, all right, this is where we really have to start hitting that grind.
Yep, stage 2 is pretty much quite easy too. There are not many elements that are potentially dangerous in here. As you will see in the next block, in block 2-3, the runners are gonna use the element of the waterfall in order to advance faster, and they are not having any trouble yet. They should be able to go to Medusa quickly and dispose of her as fast as possible. There you go.
Yeah, no damage there, and yeah, just a quick update. We are trying to get some stability on both players' feet, so do bear with us because Tech is only one person at this current moment. So we'll get the action of both of the runners going up as soon as possible.
Yeah, pretty much the tech crew of this tournament, it's 1 or at most 2 people who have been doing an amazing job so far, doing all this for volunteer job, and yep, they have been giving us a great showcase so far. So please bear with us for a moment until we solve these technical difficulties and we can give you the best experience possible. Meanwhile, they are going to stage 3. Please tell us something about stage 3, Bobby.
Stage 3 is, I mean, it's like what I've been saying when we were trying to build up to stage 3. It's a gauntlet. It's a complete gauntlet, and that was a really nice adaptation to that Mudman. You can either go through this pretty painlessly and having no damage to you and get yourself pretty set up for the rest of stage 3, or things can go pretty wrong. But a lot of these stages will also introduce you to some really cool speed technology, like our first couple of ring clips in the later stages of 3.
Both of our runners are managing their health really nice. They have really good health bars, and they are cleaning up block 3-1. Now we are going to block 3-2, which is another waterfall. Yeah, as Bobby said, we are going to see in a couple of seconds the first ring glitch. It is one of the best speed running techniques for this game, in which you grab the ring in a particular way to give you a boost, a super jump, let's say. In this case,
we got a little
nice.
Right, yeah, and a little bit of adjustment there from Zerk, and that's like really the key, is just like that control at like the apex of that height. So yeah, you essentially, it is a super jump that can be really useful, especially since stage 3 and like other stages that use the ring glitches are like extremely like vertical, right?
Yep. So ZoddZerk is taking the lead. He has been managing his block 2-3-2 really nice, and he has some advantage against the decapent. And he's choosing not to go for some damage boosts, which will let him have a nice and safer later stage 3.
Yeah, he's looking like he has a lot of HP to just, you know, for the safety, you know, and like, you know, not trying to go at those tricky eyeball boosts, which could be pretty fatal if you perform it pretty wrong. And that's the thing. Oh, we got double skeleton. The double skeleton on Decapent's side.
Yeah, those things create so much lag in this game, and one of the other techniques for this game is to try to reduce lag as much as possible, because this game does suffer from that issue. Okay, both of our runners are going now to the stage 3 boss, which is the Orphic Vipers. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, and you could just see, like, piggybacking on what Kenshin was saying, just the amount of lag that's generated through this game. When this game first came out, this was like designated to be like a extreme test of the Nintendo's hardware, like a nice tech demo, like kind of like Final Fantasy VII of like our time right now. But oh, really good cleanup by ZoddZerk. Having a little bit of hearts left over, and that's also, you know, when it comes to really having that little minute time save, you want to make sure to have a net 0 hearts at the end, just so that the game doesn't spend, you know, that extra time counting toward that score.
So both of our runners are in about a 5 second to 7 second time difference, which is really great considering that stage 3 is really dangerous and is the first test of how a speedrun has to combine it by itself and safety for match purposes.
Yeah, and it doesn't even stop there, because like stage 4 puts you right into the thick of it. And then we got coming up to Puexel on Zerk's side, and Decapent's going up to it too. See if we can get some timing for a little bit of a quick kill here.
Nice timing.
Very.
Really clean fight.
All right, and we're going to the rotating room. It's a little bit on the slow side here.
Another fight for the Decapent. Now both of them are going to the Medusa rotating room. What can you tell us about this room, Bobby?
So there's a really safe way to do it, and I think that's what these two players are going to be going for. There's actually a really like high level way to reduce the lag of this room, but if you really wanted to stay safe, you could just crouch here
for a couple of seconds, for around 30 seconds. The runners can rest and relax a little. You know, they can think about what to do, or they can just take a break until these Medusas are gone.
Yeah. How about we give a shout out to our sponsors at Dracula's Beef. That's right, it's Dracula's Secret Beefs. Get them now at your local drywall near you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask who are our sponsors. Wow, but yeah, you're right.
Now here's our first mode 7 room. There are really nice ways that you can cut up on the lag here as well.
Yeah, so this mode 7 room is perhaps the laggiest in the entire game. To be really precise in your movement in order to reduce lag. And in order to do so, you have pretty much not to whip at anything that is not essentially required to do the speedrun strats. Every time you whip or you throw across, you are creating so much lag.
Yeah, coming up to 4-4. Yeah, both players not opting to go for that bat boost, and not getting that bat boost like the first time is like an insane time loss to begin with. And especially if you're just trying to, like, survive and just go for the safety. Yeah, I recommend it to just trot on across.
Yeah, in block 4, or you can do perhaps the greatest speedrunning strat for this game, which is the zip. None of runners, I really don't think that they have implemented yet, and the zip is totally not a safe strat for matches. So yeah, both of them are going to the stage 4 boss. What do you have to tell us about it, Bobby?
Coordinate can be a complete pain when just starting out this run, but when we were calling back on what we were talking about, like the main boss sequence for inbound strategy is just stacking on those crosses. He can go down pretty quickly. Coordinate can be a bit of an eyesore as well. Every time you hit him, those bright flashing lights can just, really throw you off.
None of our
and
runners
also his name
got
backwards is Ton of Rock.
Yeah, sure. Now both of our runners are going to stage 5. Stage 5 is the shortest stage of the game. There are no many more issues here. You only have to be careful of the harpies. They can troll you and they can stop you when you are trying to go fast. This is a really short stage, and both of our runners are doing a great job so far.
Oh no, I just had to sorry. I just had to mention something about a sponsor or an ad, then here we go. Sorry.
There you have your sponsors. Yeah.
Sorry. But
So,
like you were saying, this is a pretty short stage to begin with, and at the very least, they do keep their heart count throughout the stage transitions, which will set them up a lot towards just building up some energy for those future boss kills. And since stage 6 is pretty lengthy to begin with, might as well start collecting them now.
Yeah, sure. So this is stage 6, which is the halls. Stage 6 is one of the longest stages in the entire game, and here is a point in which the difficulty of the game just most of the enemies take one more hit to kill, and now we are approaching one of the most dangerous parts of the game. What can you tell us about it, Bobby?
Well, I can tell you about the next room coming up here is the chandelier room. Many a reset point, many a frustration, many a speed runner burnout with a couple of precise or imprecise movements could deter or determine the pace of the run. And it looks like ZoddZerk is just gonna go pretty steadily here. Yeah, just making sure to not go and go and drop to the chasms below. The one cycle is extremely amazing to witness, by the way.
Yep, the standard movement for this would be the 3 cycle chandeliers, but there are optimizations in which you can traverse this screen in 2 cycles or even 1 cycle. Every cycle saves around 4.5 seconds, but it's a really difficult strat for the game, and obviously it's not safe for a tournament mindset.
Exactly. And it's also worth noting, and you got to commend these two players for holding on to their loadouts so far. This would actually be like one of the other points where you can access a secret room to restock upon whatever you need: hearts, boomerangs, double, triple shot, whatever. But these players have made it without a single death so far, a little bit halfway into the run. So things are...
Oh, it seems that Decapent took the axe by accident, and he has gone to the secret room in order to get his cross back, and he will have to build those multiplayers again, but that is not that much of a time loss. He is pretty much in a good shape already.
Yeah, definitely would take that over a death, especially since you're going to build up that triple shot, especially in that secret room when you get that boomerang, because all of those candles and everything that you could hit in that room, right? So, not even, 5 seconds out of that room and he's already with that triple shot.
Once you get the cross in the secret room, can pretty much get the multipliers kind of quickly. Yeah, it's true. Oh, so ZoddZerk was doing a really good job in the skeleton hallway. He has a really good advantage. He's on a really good pace, and let's see how he finishes stage 6.
Yeah, making sure that he's kept up on hearts as well for the boss. This can be an extremely pesky room, especially for beginner to intermediate players if you don't know how to properly game and damage boost. But yeah, ZoddZerk just playing it safe, and why wouldn't he? Especially, I'm not sure if you could definitely see like the other person's feed. I mean, that'd be screen looking, but he's definitely on a solid pace right now. Definitely on that solid pace, and just really focused. I feel like, you know, like we're seeing really focused gameplay here.
And so ZoddZerk is now approaching the stage 6 boss. He's think of blink and you miss it. There they go.
Yeah, I was
it's
really
a really
afraid.
quick death.
I was really afraid you were gonna ask me, what can you tell me about this boss? I'm like, I don't have to tell you much. The story would be longer than how they lived to tell it, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty much, what can you tell us about this boss? What boss? The boss is already gone. Yeah.
Stage 7 is a really interesting stage, and I actually, it's actually one of my favorites.
Really nice environment, nice music, a fan favorite.
Ooh, really nice, and then like kind of brave, you know, walk onto that stair, like you know, Castlevania, well, you know, retro Castlevania in general, like their stairs are just very not kind. Like we could just come out and say that like right now. So
yep. You're right, this game has a problem with the stairs, and we are going to tell about it a little more in probably B, and we are going to discuss an issue called the stair boss, yeah, which being present throughout the game.
But look at this. Are we going to be going for a little book boost setup here? ZoddZerk is looking again, like again, pretty focused. Ah, no. I like it though. Again, extreme safety. It's kind of pressing forward at the right times. Like, this is the tournament mindset that we want to see.
Yeah.
Second bit not too far behind as well, picking up the safety beef.
Sure. Ben in the intro, let's see how he does. Probably decapent is not gonna go for the book jump either. Yeah, it's important to get safer strats in order to keep your pace and in order not to risk a death, which would be catastrophic at this point in the game.
Yeah, you were mentioning that we have not seen a deathless run this tournament before, like this tournament. Is that right?
Yeah, if I am correct, nobody has done a deathless run yet. Yesterday, in a run against between Krunan and Drunken Raccoon, we pretty much almost had a deathless run, but if I am correct, nobody has done it yet.
So you can just see like how high the stakes are, pretty like already. Like there is a precedent to be set, and honestly, it could be either of these competitors to do it. But we all know the stage that's coming up next is the most unkind. That is stage 8.
Yep, pretty much known as stage hate, in which most of the things that have spikes will kill you instantly.
Yes, everything that isn't a living thing will probably kill you instantly. Maybe we will be seeing some boosts here. This could be a time where if one person doesn't opt to go for the optimized stuff or the more optimized stuff, then that other player can be so much more ahead in the time. Oh no!
Oh no! Wow!
We get toe tap. Zerk gets toe tap. Gonna have to build back up to that whip and that cross a little bit later in the in stage 8. But again, the margin for error is extremely little in stage hatred.
So that unfortunate death from ZoddZerk has brought Decapent back in the game. Now their difference is really short, and actually Decapent has an advantage because he already has his 3 cross. Probably Decapent can capitalize on this and take the lead. Let's see how stage 8 goes for both of them, and this could be a game changer.
Yeah, then Zerk's gonna have to try to get through this as well. There are a lot of spike pits, or rather spike platforms that he could toe tap and die on as well. Definitely, I don't think we're gonna be seeing a 1-frame jump under that like that in a tournament setting. That might just be quite the time loss if performed incorrectly. But we are gonna be seeing ZoddZerk still go through it. And through it all, trying to build back up for that that triple shot once we get that sub weapon.
Wow, ZoddZerk has decided not to go for the wall meet. That is an interesting strat. It saves you time, obviously, but it puts you in danger because, as you can see, his health is not that good, and he has pretty much half the stage
right
to go.
Yeah, and it made it a little bit worse on himself since he didn't hop over that corpse weed. And yeah, having only 3 HP left to go through this, he's gonna have to go through it pretty effectively. And while also trying to build back up toward that double shot or the triple shot here. Like, this is at the very least, okay, yeah, he could have dropped down to the pool, because that pool damage is only 2 if I recall correctly.
Yes,
so,
you're right.
And then we got Vegas Bridge. Are we transit?
Vegas Bridge. Nice Vegas for Decapent, and also nice Vegas for ZoddZerk. That is really good. It's always good to see a benevolent Vegas for our runners. Yeah. So here we have another boss. Here we have the monster, one of the easiest boss of the game, and it's nice because after all this pain that is stage hate, it's always nice to have a good and easy boss.
So here's the thing, ZoddZerk is only about 2 to 3 seconds ahead. So it's still an extremely close race, and ZoddZerk is almost back to prime fighting form, just needing this triple shot to drop.
Yep, this is a really good race. Both the runners are doing an excellent job. So here, stage 9. Stage 9 is another really long stage. It's a really good looking stage with a nice environment and good music, but it's pretty much as difficult and as dangerous as stage 8. Let's see how they do in this stage.
Yeah, this is also a stage where it's really crucial to have to fight the hardware as much as you have to the software, so as much as mitigating that lag. So you're not going to be seeing as many whip swings as you would like, and again, throwing your sub weapon is always incurring the less lag than the normal attack of the whip. Oh, but yeah, sometimes you just can't mitigate that lag.
Both of our runners are doing a good block 9-1, and for example, ZoddZerk is now going to block 9-2, and his health is really good. Also, Decapent, yep, they are in really good shape so far.
Yeah, going into the second half of 9-2 at it's only, he's pulling ahead by about like half a second, so I think about like 3 to 4 seconds ahead. But yeah, it is still a really close race. One death could pretty much turn the entire tide, and hopefully it doesn't have to come to that. Hopefully it doesn't come to that at all. Hopefully that one death
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. You said that. So people, please don't tell me nothing about the jinx. Yep.
Oh, it's fine. It's content. This is still the early matches of the Castlevania 4 tournament. So it's still Murphy's Law. We all know the raw competitiveness and also the fairness of this game. So
yep. Okay, yes. So now both of our players are going to the boss of this stage. The boss in this stage is called the Sapbat, and it is a golden bat that will try to attack you from above. You will have to whip him in order to make him break into 3 smaller bats. What else can you tell us about this boss, Bobby?
Yeah, it's looking like 21 hits to split him into 2, and we want to get him to swoop on down and get him set up for our sub-weapon unleashing. It looks like, yeah, decapent is a little bit too high up, and we're going to try to work alongside that. But you can not only line him up for the sub-weapon shots, which obviously is like the fastest, but like you can also line him up for whip shots as well. If it comes to that. But it looks like we have a pretty well, like the lead is widening. ZoddZerk is in the zone, really.
Yep. So ZoddZerk had a really nice sub-bat fight, and he is taking and still really short lead. But let's see how they do in stage. Stage A is one of the most in this game.
Yeah. You know, to talk about this heinous stage, because 1, I hate it, so I'm gonna get mad talking about it, and 2, I've been talking a lot.
So stage J is our necessary clock tower stage. It is quite a short one, but really difficult to do. Speedrunning this stage are really precise and dangerous. Also, another thing, music. Here we have Bloody Tears, which is by many people considered the best song in this game.
It's quite a good arrangement. It really is. And yeah, this is another stage where you have to kind of fight and sort of like mitigate that lag. It's a short stage, but it can be extremely lengthy if things sort of pile up and you know, take up all that game's memory.
So ZoddZerk is doing a really good job so far. His health is really good, and his lead is pretty much the same. Both of our runners are having a clean stage so far, and they are approaching really fast to the boss of this stage.
Oh, and the boss of this stage, let us say that these 2 competitors reached the mummy or Akmadan at the same time. It could still be anyone's game because of how that boss works.
Yep. Close to each other, and given the really the RNG basis of this boss, the mummy can really be a game changer, considering that they are approaching the last stage of the game. Let's see how they do.
Okay, very nice safe strategy that ZoddZerk took up there. Just getting that rosary, getting rid of that dragon. Because when you try to go for the more optimized strats, that dragon can be a little bit pesky. Oh, in a pretty favorable position for ZoddZerk
nice
right here.
Yeah.
But I think, is he a little bit low on hearts, or can he complete this in 1 cycle?
No, I don't think that he's gonna be able to get a 1 cycle. No, but it is gonna be a easy 2 cycle, which is really fast, by the way.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like a fast slow, I guess you would say something like that if you want to like put it into like really simplified terms. Way better than like a slow or a slow fast or anything like that. Like just making sure you get that early damage is extremely crucial to having a good mummy fight.
Yep. Also, the decapent is approaching the mummy already, and his heart count is pretty much not that good, and he just has a 2 multiplier, so he is at least gonna get a 2 cycle.
Well, okay, so this is going to be extremely heinous fight for Decapent, and like, this is what I've been saying. ZoddZerk coming up to this bat bridge in stage B. Not out of the woods yet, honestly. Like, B2 is extremely heinous stuff, especially when you're trying to fight that lag and also trying to, you know, expertly platform. So we'll see how far ahead he gets.
Yeah, so now we're approaching block 9-2, which is really difficult because of the stairs. As you can see, the stairs disappear when you touch them, and that is really risky. Also, in this part of the game, the ever-present issue of the stair boss. Meanwhile, Decapent has already started stage B. He's in the second place, but I think that the time differential is around 30 seconds, which is still anyone's game.
Yeah, like
Bobby,
this is the thing.
Which boss?
Go ahead. But what were you saying, Kenshin?
So my question was, tell us, Bobby, which boss are we approaching? Can you tell us something about him?
Oh yeah. I was gonna head to that in like just a quick moment, because like I was gonna say, like it's still anyone's game, and like with a game like Castlevania, Castlevania 4, like honestly there is like really no chance to breathe, especially if 2 players are on the right place. But this is Slogger. This is gonna be the beginning of a lengthy boss onslaught, boss rush here. So things can go completely wrong if Slogger just kind of like feels like it. We're gonna try to stack as or try to, you know, do double and triple stacks as consistently as possible, so that we don't lose any you know, any crucial heart count, because you are gonna have to keep using that over for the rest of the bosses as well. The first part of Slagra is actually pretty easy. You know, you can just bounce back and forth. We'll try to shoot things with the lance, but you can absolutely crouch under it. But here is where things can get extremely hairy. That dive has a really deceptively long range and takes 3. So Simon is already a little bit hurt, but looks like Slagra for ZoddZerk is on the nice side. I would say there is a little bit of, like, you know, safety meets at the end of every boss in the boss rush. So I mean, hey, he survived.
Yep. Now Decapent is going to confront Slogra. As many people call him, Slogra is the destroyer of dreams, and he is the final game changer of this game. Pretty much he can destroy even the professional players, because he could be really aggressive if he wants to.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you already have to master execution in this game, and then you have RNG like Slagra. It's late game RNG, so it could be completely crushing to even the highest level players and highest level attempts in this game. Yep.
It seems that both ZoddZerk and Decapent have really nice Slogras. Decapent is pretty much done with the Slogra, it seems so. Meanwhile, ZoddZerk is going to confront Death. What can you tell us about Death, Bobby?
So I would say that Death would be pretty easy if you know the certain timing on how to stack those boomerangs, but if you don't know how to sort of like eliminate projectiles with his, you know, scythe attacks, which is extremely, you know, crucial, especially when hitting those boomerangs off, you could die. It's not like an insanely like big choke point to begin with, but if you trip up, and that RNG could get you too. 1 of 2 attacks could be the kind of like pace setter here.
Yep. Meanwhile, ZoddZerk is already approaching Dracula, the final boss of the game. He has all the hearts that he needs. He has all the health. So let's see how he does. He should be in good shape.
Yeah, and ZoddZerk with only 1 death, still coming out pretty at a really nice margin. for the pace here.
Both of our players have performed really nice. They are in really good paces, and they never got separated so much by the time differential.
Yeah, exactly.
Great
Not
job.
at all.
Great job. Decapent has already disposed of that, and he is also going to come to Dracula soon. He's probably gonna take the secret area, but yeah, he's coming in a really strong pace.
Yeah, still looking for really strong sub 40, around 40-minute finishes for both of these competitors, and again, extremely focused one-shot attempts as well. Like this has to be said over and over. Super Castlevania 4 is one of the most unkind retro game speedruns to do at any level. And these two players have performed extremely admirably in front of us, and with all the nerves, you know.
Yep. ZoddZerk has already finished Dracula, and he's waiting for the orb to come. Meanwhile, Decapent is starting his Dracula fight, and he's doing actually really well. Let's see, what is the time? ZoddZerk, 38:28. Yep.
Yes.
GG's to ZoddZerk, the winner of this race. Great time, really good performance overall. And Decapent is also here. He's pretty much in the second phase of Dracula. Also great job.
Yeah, just coming up on that last phase even, and really good damage stacks on that first teleport. And looks to be like 2 more teleports and we should be done. But yeah, we are going to be looking at the sub 40 for both competitors.
Yep. Solid runs from both of them. A really close race. They were always pretty much not so separated. And yeah, what a good showcase of skill and concentration.
Yeah, and again, this was just the first of many, or not the first of many, but one of many past, present, and future matches of the Super Castlevania 4 Tournament 2021. If you want to follow the brackets live, again, you can type in ! bracket in the chat and follow the tournaments as they, the tournament matches as they are recorded. And be sure to follow this channel, Castlevania Speedruns, for up to the minute streams, live streams of all of the matches for the event.
So Decapent's official time in the race is 39:42. GG's to both players, really good races.
Yes.
And let's see if they come here to the voice channel in order to comment them also something about their respective races. Let's see if they are here. Decapent and ZoddZerk, if you are there.
Let's see, Deck is muted. And like, I might give him a couple of minutes to, like, you know, chill out, because it was a really good attempt by both players. Like honestly, in a tournament setting, my heart would be pumping. My heart would absolutely be racing, because you know,
yeah,
even though this is you know, definitely, like, you know, for fun and everything like that, like, it's still a tournament. Like, there has to be a winner and a person that did worse than a winner. So
yeah, the nerves and the anxiety are real. Everybody suffers from that, and I would really like to have a word with our runners in order to ask them how they think they did and what are their general impressions about their runs. So, Decapent and ZoddZerk, if you are there, and we would like to have a quick word with you in order to ask you something.
Woo, what happened? You won. Again, for those that are just tuning in, we had a really close race here. Again, ZoddZerk coming in at 38:28 RTA, Decapent coming in at 39:42, and And yeah, what a solid race, neck and neck like pretty much the entire time.
Yeah, pretty much. I did a couple of mistakes that I think made me lost a good amount of time, like in stage 6 where I accidentally picked up the axes. I had to go back and go to the secret area and gather the crosses to acquire triple cross again so I could get to maximum speed. And I think I did a silly mistake in stage A where I died needlessly. I was on the edge all
What's going on, guys?
race long.
You hear me?
Yeah, Zod.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Well, congratulations, Zod. So
Yeah,
what
we
are
can hear
your
you.
Yeah? So what are your impressions on the race, Zod?
Oh no, we can hear you now. Like you were just good like a minute ago. Hold on. I mean, it's not like there's anything I can.
What's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
There we go.
Yes,
there
now we
there
can
goes
hear
the
you.
Matty Hour.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
ZoddZerk.
Okay,
Zerk,
now we hear you.
Even after an unfortunate
Hello.
death.
Is this thing on? Is this thing
Yes.
on?
Well, can you hear us? I don't think so. No.
It seems that he can't hear us. Oh,
Hello, Clarice.
You can't-
Bonjour,
We
mon
can
ami,
hear you,
sacre
ZoddZerk.
bleu.
We're in different dimensions. I'm not quite sure how to fix that.
I'm unmuted.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure everybody can hear me.
We
No,
can
I
hear
can't
you,
hear
yeah.
you guys.
okay, cool.
No, he said
You
he can't.
refresh my Discord.
No. Hmm.
You guys can hear me, right? Just to make sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Decapent,
That
we
we
can
can
hear
hear.
you.
We can hear you. Zod's in another universe.
There we go.
Mhm.
Are we good?
I'm good. I can hear human beings.
All right.
Okay,
all right,
finally.
let's get this interview out of the way.
Nice.
All right. First of all, congratulations on advancing into the bracket of this tournament. How were you feeling, especially after that one death? You managed to bounce back. How are you feeling toward it all? Like, you were playing extremely focused there.
Yeah, I first of all, I didn't know what was going on because I forgot to pull up Decapent's screen. So I was like, I don't know where I'm at, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do my run, and I'm gonna try to be safe on some of this stuff instead of taking risks and hope for the best.
Mm.
But yeah, that one time my toe touched that freaking spike in the dungeon, and I was just, it was a little devastating, but I just know that it's like, that's part of Castlevania 4. I mean, you reset more than you play this game all the way through.
Yeah, that's why it's crucial to know. Like I was saying in commentary, like it's crucial to know like the backups, especially like if things go wrong. Because like Super Castlevania 4, especially in a one-shot take, is like the Murphy's Law of speedrunning. Like whatever can go wrong, well, you'll stub your toe on spikes.
Yeah, I don't know how other people feel, but anytime I just complete a run of Castlevania, even if it's not a PB or even close to my PB, I'm like, oh, thank God. You know, we made it. I can't believe we made it.
Yeah, I got a couple questions for you guys if you're willing to stick around and answer some.
Yeah, sure, of course.
And I'm sure Kenshin's got some too. I'm just gonna ask some like pretty basic ones because like I definitely like just love this game for the sake of loving this game. What's your favorite boss fight to complete effectively? Like I know you got some stacks on Grok Cool. There was some pretty clean fights with stage 3 boss as well. Like what are some of your favorite fights to go through?
Well, for my side, I would say that I really love to have a tight Koranot fight. Well, I do like the crisscross patterns with the crosses, and when he runs through all 3 crosses, I don't know, I just love it. So that would be my favorite boss fight.
I like the Orphic Vipers. They seem so chaotic, but once you learn the strat, it's so satisfying. Even though it's like super laggy, it's so satisfying throwing 3 boomerangs and like 1 whip and watching them die and just crumble. Like, I don't know, it's just a really satisfying boss fight. But yeah,
Excellent answer.
yeah. Or I was gonna say Orphic Vipers are death. Like I'm just starting to learn the death strats, but when you pull off that strat too, it's so satisfying that it's like the boss before Dracula can be beat with just like 2 sets of boomerangs as well.
One thing that I kind of like noticed in like the gameplay, like I know like throughout this tournament or throughout like the time like this tournament's taking place, like you folks are definitely like practicing and all that stuff. What do you think is a main strategy or piece of speed tech that you want to pick up to add to the game, even just to sort of like up your game a little bit? Like if there was one piece of tech, strat, or anything like that, what would it be?
For me, it's going to be. I'll go ahead, Captain.
Well, something I need to really that would improve my my PB would be definitely lag management in stage 4 in the 4-3, where everything rotates and the game just cries for help, and on the bridge definitely. So it wouldn't be a hard strat to master, but would definitely help my time even more. I don't like to PB by too much, so I can always improve a little bit, and it kind of feel natural doing it.
Yeah, for me, it's learning how to boost. I know where to boost most of the time off of enemies, but taking that risk in the middle of runs, you're 20 minutes deep and you got to boost off of this snake dragon creature, and you go one way and it's gonna like boost you and you're gonna save like 2 seconds or something. You go the other way, you die, and then it's like it sets you back so far, no boomerang, and you're like, do I want to take those risks? But yeah, I think it's time to start taking those risks.
I love that. I think it's time to start taking those risks. Like you just kind of like know what's at stake when it comes to either improving the PB or advancing in the bracket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Kenshin, do you have anything to ask these folks?
Yeah, sure. I have a question for the Decapent. My question would be, how much do you think the nerves and the anxiety affected you in your run? And what do you do in order to try to counterattack them?
You said anxiety?
Yep, the nerves and the anxiety.
Oh, I just really always wipe my hand between every stages, so I got a good grip. Everything else is just between my two ears. So, it's sweat management mostly. It's the real final boss, in my opinion.
Yeah. I used to get really anxious, and sometimes I do get anxious on the long runs. Today, I wasn't so anxious, and I think the only reason is I kind of came in today with nothing to lose. I kind of look at it as a job interview. I tell people this for job interviews. Just go in there and tell them what you want to tell them and do what you got to do, but don't have that feeling of you have something to lose, because you have nothing to lose. The worst that's going to happen is, you lose in this tournament, or, you don't get that job, so just
words of wisdom.
Yeah, just play like nobody's watching and you're just trying to get a PB late night in your house by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, great.
I don't know if that helps you, Kenshin, with your anxiety.
Yeah, in my case, for example, I just disconnect from everything and I play by myself, and I try not to think about anything else in the world.
That's good. That's sort of like a main reason that we like video games to begin with,
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
But and the good part is the two of you get to keep playing Super Castlevania 4, so no one's completely out of the tournament yet. So we have one advancing to the winner's side, one falling to the lower bracket, but it's still anyone's game because it's still Super Castlevania 4. And again, congrats to Zod for advancing. We will be having some more Super Castlevania 4 tournament matches throughout the weekend and next week. Again, if you want to follow everyone as the matches are recorded on the bracket, be sure to be here. Type an !bracket in that chat just to see where the current standings are.
Yeah, my final announcement would be that in a couple of hours we are going to have our next match at 8:30 a.m. Greenwich time, which is 3:30 in the morning East. We are going to have our next match, which is going to be Tinue versus the Russian Ruiner. So if anybody here wants to stay awake for the night and just spend a couple of hours, you can wait until we have our next match. As Bobby said, you can type those commands in the chat in order to stay in touch with the schedule and to have all the information for the upcoming weeks. That would be all.
That's awesome. That's 3:30 Eastern time, America.
Yep, 3:30. For example, I have. Yep, I have already decided to stay awake. I had my wake up alarm, but no, I am not gonna use the alarm. I'm just gonna stay awake, watching some Twitch and waiting for 3:30 a.m. in the morning to watch Tinue and the Russian Ruiner.
Yep, and that's yeah. So there are a lot of dedicated fans.
Yep.
Throughout the world, like all over the world, like yeah, I'm on Eastern time, and I know there's a whole bunch of people playing in these matches in different regions. So just kind of shows like, you know, the togetherness of the community in a small world, such as, like, you know, it's such as speed running, you know, retro game and speed running.
I feel like there would be no speed running if it wasn't for communities. We would just be
exactly
doing it by yourself.
Yep. The real price of this tournament is the friends you make along the way.
Yeah, nice. I love that.
That's great. Well, all right.
Yep.
I think that's going to be wrapping it up for this match then. And again, yeah, you definitely want to follow this channel, Castlevania Speedruns. Almost to 200 followers now. So definitely spread the word and get everyone hyped for this that match in just a couple of hours, and turn those notifications on your Twitch just so that, you know, you don't miss anything. And also, you can feel free to join our Castlevania Speedruns Discord so you can converse, or if you know, you're speedrunning yourself, come and get a little bit of advice from other members of the community. So let us go ahead and we're gonna be rating someone who's also doing Super Castlevania 4, going for
great.
Going for that 31. Look at that.
Woo!
That's right.
Wow.
It is JC. So
Amazing.
go ahead and spam your favorite JC emotes or favorite Castlevania emotes. Again, from all of us here at the booth, I appreciate everyone that comes on out. And again, come on through for the rest of the matches. Zod, Decapent, thank you very much for displaying such a great consistency in Super Castlevania 4, and we wish you good luck throughout the rest of the tournament.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
And thanks.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Take
Thank
care,
you, everybody.
and we'll see you soon. Kenshin, it was a really good commentating with you as well, my friend.
Such a pleasure to be here. Thank you to everybody. Thanks, gentlemen, and we will see you in a couple of hours. Bye-bye.